Konnichiwa everyone, it's Dan from JaDan.co.uk and I'm live on YouTube, and today's live stream topic is regrets and mistakes in Japan. So, welcome, cheers for coming along, cheers for finding my video, I appreciate that. So, today's topic, as I said, is regrets. Right, Sid, is first, shut up, I'm trying to be professional. Yo, name's Kyle. Alright, let's get some roll call out of the way. Sid's first. Calm down, Sid, you first. Alright, Kyle, how you doing? Not so good game, Brown and Wets can't stay, but man, that baseball game looked awesome. Cheers for watching that. That's awesome. So like a normal video, it'd start with that thing like, Kono Wangumi no sponsor, blah 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 blah. I don't really know what it says in Japanese, but whatever. And so yeah, Patreon. And then I'd be like, Konnichiwa everyone, it's Dan from JaDan.co.uk and today I'm talking about regrets in Japan. Yep, you know. Shuhei Hayes in the house. Konnichiwa Shuhei. Yatsura boy. Hello everyone. Wow, 12 people already, cool. Anyway, as I said, today's topic of discussion is regrets and mistakes in Japan. I'm an awesome person, I don't make that many mistakes, apart from just couldn't speak a second ago. But yeah, recently this has been doing the rounds on social media. It started with Grey Grizzled and Gaijin, who's a bit of an influencer on Twitter, at CraigHoffman11. Sid, shut up. And basically, he's doing like an audio, not a podcast thing on his blog, which is Grey Grizzled and Gaijin. If you don't already follow him or know about him, check him out. He makes some awesome content about Japan and expat issues in Japan. Anyway, he recently made an episode about regrets he or people he knows have got about living in Japan. And that then led to Kev, better known as like Busan Kevin on Facebook and on YouTube and everything. And he runs the Just Japan podcast, and he also made an episode about regrets and stuff in Japan. So I seen these two, and I was like, I see you guys. I'm going to do the same thing. So, yeah, that's the point of today's live stream. Anyway, if you are here and you don't mind, please share this out to other people. Share it on Twitters and Facebooks and stuff like that. I assume all the quality is good. So, yeah. Blue Needles. Alright, me out. You're like, cockada going on. Oh, it's a bank holiday in England today, isn't it? So that's why you all are not working. So it's actually midnight, just gone here. Today's been rough. So usually my day off, but I had to get up early and go to the dentist. I've got mad toothache today. And then I had to work all day in Himeji. So I've just got home and I'm going to do this live stream. Anyway, so without further ado, regrets in Japan. This is a bit weird. So first thing I really regret is basically not learning enough Japanese before I got here and not trying enough after I got here. Cheers, comments are coming and going, I keep missing them, so if I don't respond to you, probably seen it, but I was talking. Yeah, first point is I didn't put enough time and effort into learning Japanese. I didn't realise how important it would be. I mean, people come here and they don't speak Japanese at all and they get through life and it's alright. Chances are they've got somebody in their life that speaks Japanese, konbanwa, and they don't really need Japanese. But for me, I come here on my own and I made that mistake of like, yeah, people will probably speak English, I'm going to be an English teacher, I'll speak English all the time anyway. Which, not so much. You kind of need Japanese if you want to do anything else other than sit in a classroom. And if I'd have known that before I come here, what? That can't be real, that's got to be a typo. The name's Kyle, $50 just to interrupt my story. What? That's never right. Kyle, if that's real, cheers. Me? I didn't even know you could do that on YouTube. Did you mean to type $5? Is that real? That is amazing. Cheers, dude. Like, look at Grin. I don't know what to say. I'm buzzing. literally, Kyle's first night said, you can get stuffed. So, yeah, what were I even saying? Japanese, speaking Japanese. So for those of you who know, I can speak a bit of Japanese, like, I can speak a little bit, like, 今ちょっとびっくりした。ほんまに、ちょっと、このドネーションはちょっとやばいと思ったけど、ほんまに嬉しかった。嬉しになった。ありがとうございました。So yeah, I can speak a bit of Japanese, but most of the Japanese, before I came here, I took lessons online and stuff, but I didn't really take it seriously when I was living in England. And then I come to Japan and I'm like, wow, I actually can't speak at all. Like, you think you can speak a bit, but you really can't speak at all. And that's a bit mad. So I had that situation where I like, it really dawned on me when I tried to open a bank account. So I sat in a bank, just like, I don't know what to do. And we've spent best part of 3 hours passing my phone with Google Translate back and forth. And it was horrible for women behind counter, horrible for me. I had no idea what I wanted, no idea what I was doing. And that day I was like, yeah, I need to study Japanese. So at first I studied super hard, like every day I'd study a lot. Just to get like, I didn't study like textbook Japanese. That's like, what do I need to know? What do I need to do to get through my day? And learn that like survival Japanese, I guess you'd say. And that were cool. Sid with two can just be first again. Hey, what is going on? I didn't even know you could give money on these things. That's mad. So Sid, you're still second, mate. Shut up. And hang on. Like, you know what funny thing about this is I had like planned what I was gonna say, and I'd got like an idea in my head of what I was gonna say, and then this has happened, and I'm just like baffled. I don't know what to say or do. Oh, look at Grin. I ain't smiled like for ages. You don't want that bid, what, Sid? Sid, yeah, you're poor, mate. Shut up, Sid. Kyle's winning. Oh my god. So, 23. Hey, I wish I was 23 with disposable income. When I was 23, I had zero income. I was playing poker for a living on internet. Not that successful either. I weren't bad, but I weren't good none of us. Anyway, I sat in a bank account. I sat in a bank trying to open a bank account with no Japanese. So I got borrowed a bit when I got here. And to be honest, for the first couple of months, I tried really, really, really hard. And I studied a lot, and I got relatively conversational. Oh, microphone volume's a bit low. Hang on. Can you hear me now? Right then, I don't know that Sid's younger bro. Throw it out there. I watch all your videos all the time. Oh, I missed it. I missed that last bit. Bollocks. But if I click that on there, maybe you can hear me a bit better. So, I got borrowed super hard. I learned some Japanese, and everyone was like, wow, you're picking this up really quick, and that gets to your head. Like, oh, I'm picking this up pretty quick, aren't I? I'm pretty sick at this. And then you get lazy. You get to like a bit where you're like, all right, I can survive. I don't really need much else, which is fine. But then you realize you're only living one step further than you were before, and you kind of need Shuhei with 240 yen. Tennis boys. Okay, so for those of you in chat that don't know, Shuhei there is, for want of a better term, one of my students. And he's a cool guy, apart from he forgot his lesson today. What can you do? Probably too busy being a tennis professional. But yeah, Shuhei, arigatou gozaimasu. So yeah, I studied some Japanese, and then I realised I was one step further, and I could have a basic conversation. But that's fine if all you're doing is going to convenience stores all day and stuff like that. But I weren't. I was like trying to start a life, you know, and just basically start from scratch. I come from England with nothing, man. I didn't know. I thought I knew a bit about Japan. I didn't know nothing about Japan, and I didn't know anyone here. I just knew I got a job and somewhere to live. And the rest of it were up to me. And basically, I got lazy. I've made friends with other teachers like Sam, who you've seen on channel, and David, and we speak English all the time. So that need for Japanese kind of disappeared quickly. And recently, I've decided like I want to work in a. I don't always want to be an English teacher. I like English teaching, don't get me wrong, but I don't always want to be just that. I want to do some other stuff too. Maybe even start my own company or something. Ohio. And yeah, like, in order to do that, I'm going to need a lot of Japanese. I know things like dealing with like tax and government office and process of applying for my driving license and a lot of other things that need to be done in Japanese, which I'm just not capable of doing. Like today, for example, I went to dentist in Japanese, and that were hard work. I'm like, I ain't got anybody who can really help me with that. Like, if I were desperate, I could turn to people. But I don't want to burden other people. I want to be able to do it myself. So, my first biggest regret is my level of Japanese. I've been here 2 years. If I'd have really studied hard for that entire 2 year time, I would have probably been much better. My friend Michael's got his TEFL, what do you want to call it, about to graduate 4 years. That's awesome, Kyle. Tell Michael he's going to enjoy it. It's pointing towards my channel. He might enjoy some of the stuff on there about coming to Japan. But yeah, he's gonna enjoy that, especially a 4 year graduate course. Like, he's gonna be no problems. So yeah, if I'd have really tried all the time, I've got this little microphone. Maybe if I take this microphone out, it'll be better. Hang on. Is that better? Somebody let me know in comments if that audio is better. I was using this little plug-in mic, but maybe it's better with just on board, because I'm using my iPhone. So maybe that's better. I don't know. Somebody in comments let me know. Just the same. Well, that was shit then, wasn't it? Well, anyway, I'm also trying to keep my voice down because, neighbours and that, walls of my dark paper. So yeah, regret number one, I should have learnt more Japanese. I should have gambaroed way harder than I did. And recently I'm gambaroing again. I'm trying to take like lessons as often as I can. I'm taking... Can you hear me now? Is my voice bigger, Ed? Oh, it's a bit close, isn't it? Anyway, so yeah, I'm taking lessons like on internet using italki.com. Even though I'm in Japan, with my job, I ain't got time to go to lessons. I'm working all the time. I do have one lesson every week at like local internationals, and it's some old Oji-san who basically is a volunteer. He's not a teacher. He just helps me learn a bit of Japanese, and that's sick. But I need to, I need to start getting like accreditation. I need to like JLPT and stuff like that. So I'm trying to take as many lessons as I can. I'm currently trying to take like 3 or 4 lessons a week, taking them before work in the morning, because if I try and take them after work, my brain's just gone. Like, I'm knackered, mentally tired, so that don't really work. Use the AJAT method. I've kind of looked into AJAT. I mean, like, Tokyo Sam goes on about time, and like, was it Matt versus Japan and stuff, and I don't really understand it, but it seemed like a good method. Is that better, Massa? Nice one. And basically I'm using italki.com at the minute because I can schedule lessons around work and stuff like that. So my plan right now, I'm probably capable of doing JLPT N5, which is the lowest level. I could probably scrape a pass on N4, but I figured if I gambaru super hard for 6 months, I could possibly scrape N3 instead. So I'm going to just gambaru and try and do N3. So I'm trying to take at least 3 lessons a week and see where I am in 6 months. I'm hopefully going to make some more videos talking in Japanese on channel, especially because these days I seem to be getting more and more people from Japan actually watching my stuff, which is pretty cool. Like, I never expected that to happen either, to be honest with you. So, Anyway, so let me think. Second regret is depending too much on people around me when I first got here. Like I said, I come here on my own. I come here with nothing. I got enough money to get through maybe a month and a half, and I didn't know anything. So as soon as I got to my job, first person I really encountered was Sam, and I latched on to Sam because he could speak Japanese. He knew what was going on, and much respect to Sam, he helped me a lot. He pointed me in the right direction, and he was like, yo, do this, you'll be right. And yeah, if it weren't for that, I'd have been screwed. So, but then that meant I was like, oh, I'm all right now. So I lost that kind of need once again to go out and find my own way and stand on my own 2 feet. And I love Sam to bits, but it was really helpful. I don't know what I've done, but sometimes I think maybe I'd have learned a lot more if I was just on my own and I had to do it. It'd have been a lot harder, don't get me wrong. Especially in that first 2 months. What you don't expect when you come to Japan, that first 2 months is, I'll be honest, I hated it. The first 2 months, Harry. I wanted to go home. I was like, why have I come here? I don't know anyone. I don't know this culture. I don't know this system. I don't know anything. And it was like, shall I go on? Maybe I decided after I'd been out, I'd give it 6 months. And I'm glad I did because it got a lot better. But it also didn't help me Japanese because I just spoke in English with Sam all the time. So there were definitely like that part of it. Is there any other big regrets? Getting used to like the work-life balance in Japan were a big kind of, not a regret, but I wish I'd have seen it coming a bit more. Like my contract, I'd teach 40 lessons a week over 5 days. Seems easy. I get the same days off every week, Monday, Friday. Pretty good. But actually my contract says I have to work a certain number of lessons each month, and it varies depending on holidays and stuff. So for example in June I'm actually working 6-day weeks for 3 weeks, and yeah, that's a bit tough. So work-life balance, I work late in evenings and weekends. I mean I finished work today at about 9:45, but then it's an hour to get home, so I got home at 10:45, and that you can't do. Everything's shut. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna meet your friends? Like, nah, you've got work tomorrow. Mondays and Fridays are my day off. No, what happens on Mondays and Fridays, and I work every weekend. I've worked every weekend since I got here, and I'll continue to work every weekend while I'm at this company. And that means I miss a lot of events and stuff I want to do, and I don't get to see Eddie-chan as much as I want to because she only has Sundays and sometimes Saturdays off. So it's hard to keep that work-life balance, and that's not like the worst thing, but it's something I wish I'd have been more prepared for, because I come here like, oh, I'll just do a bit of work and I'll be off doing events and stuff all the time, it'll be awesome, and life's not really like that. At least it's not for me at this point in time, because of course work is a big part. Like I live in accommodation sorted out by my company, so yeah, I need a job. My visa is kind of sponsored by my company, so I need a job. And keeping on good books is I can't really say no to a lot of things. It's like kind of need to do it just to keep things going. It's the man I barely understand. I love his channel. Don't worry, most people don't understand me. When I first come to Japan, I'd still got me great Yorkshire accent, and I spoke a bit like this, and I never use word the or h at the beginning of my words. And nobody understood me. Not even other teachers from England like David. Sometimes like, what are you on about? But I try a bit harder now to make it a bit more understandable for students. Of course, I don't talk like this in lessons so much. I kind of slow down and I actually talk a bit. Anyway, so yeah, that were a bit weird. Not expecting work-life balance, and learning not to complain about it all the time, because people don't want to hear you complain. I'm moving in August to teach at a Peppy Kids Club. We could link if you want. Yeah, man, hit me up in DMs or some shit. We'll talk. That'll be awesome. And of course, have a good time. Yeah, sick. So, let me think. Another regret. This is going to sound really weird. And Craig said similar thing on his podcast, which started this whole thing, is I kind of wish, in a way, I hadn't started YouTube. Yeah, nah, ego, neat. Yes, MF. でも英語で頑張ってくださいね。ちょっと英語は難しいけど、頑張ってね。So, I kind of wish I hadn't started YouTube. At the time, it was an amazing idea. I came here on my own. I wanted to show people back home, you know, what my life's like. I had lots of friends and family back home. And I was a bit worried, like, out of sight, out of mind, which is always true. It's hard to maintain relationships when you move away. I've discussed it in many videos before. But I thought, well, if I'm making videos and it's regular, people can kind of keep in touch with my life and see what's going on. And in England, I were very, like, depressive, sat in my room all the time, not doing all. And when I come to Japan, I was like, fresh start, yo, let's go. And I needed an excuse to get out of my room and go somewhere and do something. So, like, I remember I first got it, one of the first videos I made in Kobe. There's a massive statue or an anime thing called Tetsujin Niji Hachigo. It's a massive robot statue in the middle of nowhere because artists were from Kobe. And I seen it from train. I was like, that looks sick. So I went there to make a video just because I was like, it looks cool. It's pretty interesting. I want to see it. And by making a video, it gave me a reason to go there. Like, I could have just gone any time, but I was like, no, I want to make this video. And it was really good for me. It put me out of my comfort zone. It meant that I went to places I wouldn't normally go. And I also learned a lot of skills. I learned how to edit videos. I learned about SEO. I learned about social media and content creation and all that kind of stuff. And these are kind of skills that might come in useful in future, especially as more companies are more social media aware and they're looking for things like that. Do you want to stay in Japan forever? At this point, yeah. I never know what's coming next, but Japan seems like the one for me right now, so I'm pretty happy. So why I don't want to go anywhere else yet. Being honest to yourself, would you say leaving Mario Kart Chazzy behind is your biggest regret? It is, but I live in Japan in it, so I can just go to Game Center and play Mario Kart there. So, or there's a sick bar in Osaka that's got N64 set up for Mario Kart, so I can play Mario Kart Chazzy pretty much whenever I want. Oh, Sid! Randomly, I've got a video coming up where I went for a spin with one of my mates, and he's got a car which is wrapped in anime stickers, and I reckon you'll buzz it. Or both from the bar. NTSC J Mario Kart is better. Of course it is. Probably 1 frame quicker or something. Anyway, I wish I had started YouTube. Because at first it was sick. But I got obsessed with it. Like, I'm this kind of person. Whenever I do something, I put all my effort and all my time and all my thought into it. And that's one of the reasons I didn't study Japanese so much. I was too busy doing YouTube stuff. When I was in England, I used to be in bands. I used to spend all my time doing band stuff. And, you know, stuff like that. And yeah, Tetsujin's sick, by the way. Like, if you're ever in Kobe, go and look at Tetsujin. He's sick. I'll probably revisit him at some point just because I want to see him again. Bro, do you and Japanese people drink a lot of alcohol? Generally, Japanese people do drink a lot of alcohol. It's more of a social thing. They don't get hammered like on a weekend like English people do. But they'll be like, oh, let's have a beer. I can't drink. I'm on antibiotics at the minute. Usually I'd be drinking, smashing a strong off now, but Kyle, I'm sorry, mate, I missed that. I'll try and answer that when I'm going to go back at end of video and look up comments and see what's going on. Yeah. But like Japanese people, they do like to get hammered sometimes. Generally, it's quite a big part of culture, drinking culture. I don't know, like when I first came here, I really fell into it. I'm like, yo, I liked being social. And one of the ways I studied Japanese is go to standing bars and practice Japanese with whoever I was stood next to. So in turn, you drink a lot. But then this last year, I've kind of calmed down with drinking. And like every now and then, maybe once a month, I'll have a decent drink, or maybe once a week, I'll go for a couple of beers after work. But I'm not getting smashed up all the time. Like Nomi Oda is no longer a challenge. It's just a thing. Like when Sid come here last year, it were let's see how quickly we can drink every drink on this menu. And now I'm just like, oh, I'll just have a few drinks, get my money's worth, but not get smashed up. But whatever. Shibuya some drunk right through the train now. Yeah, but Shibuya and Halloween is its own set of rules. That's its own thing. I bet it's sick though. I've seen pictures from Shibuya Halloween. It looks next level. So, anyway, why I regret YouTube is Eddie-chan gets mad at me for this all the time. Is I don't stop and enjoy what I'm doing. Everything becomes about content creation. Everything I look at, I'm like, oh, I could make that into a video. Oh, I could do that with this. I could do that. And I don't just stand and appreciate what I'm looking at. I'm always thinking like, oh, how can I make this B-roll better? How can I shoot this thing? How can I do this? How can I do that? And Eddie-chan gets mad with good places. And rather than just enjoying being there, I spend my whole time stressing about how to make a good video. And defeats the object. And I can't help it. That's just how I am. I get stressed out. I want to make it as good as I can. Oh, Johnny in Japan, I just noticed you're in here. Alright, dude. Um, yeah, and I just get stressed out with it. And it's not about enjoying it. It's about making a video that will look cool. Because if you do this YouTube, arigato. Um, if you get into YouTube, it's very easy to sit and just get obsessed with it. Like every day looking at your analytics and thinking, oh, what's my next video? What's my next video? And part of that I enjoy. I enjoy seeing my channel grow. I mean, this week I hit 2.5k subscribers, and that's amazing to me. Like that's absolutely buzzing. And you know, Patreon. I've got a Patreon account, and that's growing all the time. And I'm blown away by like people who contribute. Like today, like absolutely just threw me through a loop. And it's something that is awesome, but I need to learn to take a step back and just enjoy what I'm doing rather than just the video being the end goal. I should document what's going on, and that's fine as a secondary thought. Um, yeah, that's one thing I really regret. Like some of the videos I made, I watch them back and I'm like, that's awesome, that's a cool video. But then I think back to my actual memory of that day, and all I can think about is shots that I made. Like, I don't really think about it. And any chance, like, why are you so stressed? Why aren't you just enjoying your time? Like, no, I need to get this shot, I need to be here at this time. No. So now I'm kind of splitting my time between, like, going somewhere knowing I'm going to make a video, and going somewhere and not trying to make a video, and just enjoying it as much as I can. Like this month I went to like Abe no Holocaust building, and I went to like the baseball game. I enjoyed it, like that baseball game. I enjoyed the baseball game a lot because I didn't go with the intention of making a video. I just kind of made the video as I was going along, and that wasn't the focus for that day at all. Same way that I went to art gallery to see Full Metal Alchemist exhibition, and you weren't allowed to film in there, and that was quite liberating. I'm like, well, I can just enjoy it. That's cool. So yeah, that's definitely something that I need to work on, that balance going forward. Anyway, let's move on to some mistakes I've made in Japan, which is a lot. I'm fully failing my fitness and health goals. Oh yeah, Bailey. Like, I don't know if I mentioned this, but recently I started deciding to walk. I'm trying to do like at least 8,000 steps a day, which is about 5 kilometers, which compared to the 0 I was doing before, it's pretty good. I'm on like a 19-day streak or something, and today I've done like 14,000 steps or something. So slowly getting there, slowly getting there. And also at Christmas I decided not to eat like fast food anymore, you know, like McDonald's and stuff. Welcome, George. Yeah. I'll send you a message on Patreon, Kyle, and like that's awesome. And I hope you've been enjoying them candy boxes, by the way. Like, they're quite good fun to go and shop for, to be honest with you. Like, old dude in shop, he loves it when I show up. He's like, oh, he's come to buy some more random sweets and stuff. So, woman at post office hates me. She's like, what are you doing here again? But, yeah, no dramas. Mistakes I made in Japan. First one, I think I've covered this in a video before, actually. If you look on my channel, there's mistakes I've made in Japan. Biggest one is learning not to fall asleep on trains. Otherwise, sometimes, especially if you're hungover, you try to go 15 minutes and 2 stops on a train, and you wake up nearly 3 hours away in a prefecture, 2 prefectures away. So don't fall asleep on trains. Another mistakes I made is not understanding like friendship dynamics. Like in Japan, friendship dynamics are very different to England. Like in England, I'd have like very close friends. Some of them are in this chat, like Sid and Obo and people like this, and we do everything together. But Japan's not like this. I have like odd person I'll see maybe once or twice a month. I've got my work colleagues or I hang out with at work, and luckily I found Eddie-chan about a year ago now, and she's a really good friend and girlfriend, and we spend a lot of time together. But I don't have them like really, really close friends. Oh, mate, I've got like 3 little boxes of candy lined up for you, mate. I haven't forgot. I'm just shit at it. So yeah, Eddie-chan and Sam and David are really good friends, but making Japanese friends is hard work. Like, there's language barrier. There's they've already got their social groups. They're already in their groups. They don't need new people to come join their groups. Especially 33-year-olds who are hanging out in standing bars. Like, lots of people, like Taka-chan, who I met at concerts, and lots of like friends, but not best friends, like super close friends who I want to see every day and hang out with all the time. And getting used to that dynamic. And every time I meet someone, I'm like, yeah, you're my new best friend. And it doesn't really work that way. Um, like they've already got their best friends. They don't need some new best friend. They've got people maybe go for a drink with them once a month and just hang out and maybe talk to each other online and stuff like that. Oh, you'll move to Japan and become my friend. Buzzing. Yeah. So I wish I had more Japanese friends. I've got a few, but I want more. Hopefully, when I move to Osaka, I'll be doing a lot more videos and stuff uh, in and around music in Osaka. So, making videos mainly means to enjoy life. Yeah, I agree, MF, completely. I agree. So, other mistakes I've made. I make language mistakes all the time. Like, my philosophy of speaking Japanese is whatever comes in here comes out there. And it takes a long time just. Oh, Natsuki, I think. Oh, Kaz, hello. So that's my brother's wife, by the way. Where vlogs come true. Yeah. So yeah, I make language mistakes all the time. Whatever comes into my head, I say. Whether it's right or wrong, I'm not bothered. Teaching English has taught me that perfect English is not the goal. Communication and understanding is. And if people understand my meaning, I don't know if I've said right words or not. It don't matter. One mistake I did make a lot is like thinking that things directly translate. Oh, you're right, Phil, how you doing? You're right, Cocker. Thinking that things directly translate. Like in England, it's really common to say like, oh, I don't care. It's not a negative thing. Like, oh, what do you want to do for dinner? Oh, I don't care. Let's just go here. What do you want to do this week? Oh, I'm not bothered. We'll just do. Oh, I don't care. And that's like normal. And in Japanese, I don't care. It's do demo ii. Do demo ii. Shitty accent there. Do demo ii. And it's actually quite strong. Like, I don't care. Get lost. Like, this kind of thing. So I'd often be like, my friends, maybe I meet one of my friends, be like, oh, what do you want to do? Well, nani started this call. And do demo ii. Oh, okay. Like, well, what's this? Like, why are you like that? I'm like, well, that's what I'd say in English. Just because you'd say it in English and there is a translation, don't mean it works the same way. So one of my friends pulled me up to Shorty-chan, you might remember from some videos before, she's a really good friend. Pulled me up to she's like, Dan, you need to, you're saying that. Say, dochi demo ii, like if you're given a choice. Do you want to go to kushikatsu or okonomiyaki? Dochi demo ii, like any is okay. Stop saying do demo ii, it's really strong and too much. So yeah, lots of little mistakes like that. Often just saying wrong word because I don't know the word. Or just banging English sentences. Look at Phil smashing out hero in katakana. Yeah, just saying wrong word all the time or things like that. The takoyaki like is super famous where I'm in Akashi, so Akashiyaki is the one round here, but I prefer Osaka style takoyaki. It's amazing. Biggest regrets, not trying so much. Like, Phil, who's in chat, will know this. When I was in England, I would eat nothing. Like, I were the world's pickiest eater. And when I come to Japan, I was the same. Like, I'm sure for the first 6 months I come here, I pretty much lived on cup noodles and bread. And then I started trying Japanese food. And Japanese food is sick. It's amazing. Like, takoyaki. Oh, it's Eric. Crisps or bust. It's not lying. Like, I had the worst diet. And I still not got a great diet, but at least it's a bit more varied. Like, I'll even eat salad every now and then. So yeah, I wish I'd tried stuff a bit sooner when I come to Japan. I wish I'd just give it a go and like, cause some of my favorite food in the world is just random Osaka street food. It's absolutely sick. Pie and chips in Japan. You can sometimes find pie and chips in like English pubs and stuff, but Geez, what the fuzz up with the sound? I don't know, man. It seems alright for everyone else. It sound really that bad? I'm on my iPhone. Usually, if I'm streaming, I do something else. I miss because I'm trying to keep my voice down for next people. Charlie Brownson, yo, hello. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My gain's a bit low, but it's because I'm on my phone. I can't control it. Lots of hissing. Sorry about that. I don't know. I've not got much more to say anyway. I'm nearly done rambling for 35 minutes. Got toothache. I'm gonna take some medicine and go to bed. But yeah, the next sort of next sort of 5 minutes. Yeah, I got sunburn. I went to Himeji Castle for a special event for my school, and I got sunburn pretty bad. I've been ginger and it's sunny. What can you do? I had bare sun cream on and all, and it made no difference. Like, let's do something. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna finish this at 1:45. So that gives me at 12 minutes. So ask me out. I know recently I've been doing the 5 Minute Friday videos, if you've been watching, where I answer questions and stuff. But yeah, if you've got any questions or you want to say, I'm reading comments now, let me know what's up. Also, I'd be interested to like where people are watching from. I know quite a lot of you are watching from Sheffield. Silent Nomad, will you marry me? Not sure any channel like it, but alright, cool. Oh dear. What do the Japanese people think about South Korea? I don't know. I guess they're alright. Do you watch Westworld? I don't know what Westworld is, so no. Watching from Bath, which is like Bath but spelled wrong. From Miami, like that Will Smith song. Yorkshire, Yorkshire, Yorkshire. I'm going to South Korea in June. Nice one, Johnny. That sounds cool. I really want to go. Watching from Kakagawa, of course. David in the house. Watching from Cali. What happened to the people in the food taste video? If you mean Rio and Sauri, they just stopped talking to me one day. I don't really know. Cebu in the Philippines, nice. Attack on Titan series, it stains massive. Tokyo Nita. Yes. Oh, yeah. I've been to Tokyo once. Tokyo 1回行ったことがあるけど、ちょっと友達の結婚式ために東京に行った。ちょっと週末だけそれでしたら、ちょっと夢場所を見たことがない。Wanna be listening to fan me up? My fan me. Kyle, give me a shout, man. If you ever near me, I've said this to everyone. If you ever near me and I've got free time, give me a shout. I'll always try and hang out, and I want to meet people. Like, I feel weird, like when people say, "Oh, I've watched your video." I'm like, "Whoa, why?" Like, that's kind of weird. So Ibaraki, no, I haven't been to Ibaraki. I'd like to go, but I've got a laundry list of places I want to go, and I just haven't been. So eventually, I want to go there. So I'm fully on Shinkansen expensive. Phil, if you can get down here, we'll hang out. Should I show my side focus? Mike, you are the maddest cunt in the world. I don't know what you're on about. You're going to start punk band in Japan. I really, really want to. I just don't have time at minute. I've been to Sendai, no. Matsushima, no. But they're on the list. I really want to go to Sendai. It looks cool. Basically, I've only been... Places I've been to in Japan. I went to Tokyo for my friend's wedding for a weekend. So I only had like half a day for sightseeing. I've been to Nagoya once, I've been to Hiroshima once, and yeah. Do you still watch footy? Yes, I do. And my team, Vissel Kobe, have just signed Iniesta, which I didn't see coming at all. Is there a lot in Japan? We heard from Win It, please. I haven't been to Fukuoka yet, Johnny, no. It's on my list. I want to go and see some cool stuff. Liverpool probably had a bit of a mare, from what I understand, in Champions League. No Kobe, no life. I can't believe Iniesta's coming. Are you planning to change from your teaching job? Yes and no. I'm probably going to find a different teaching job when I go to Osaka. I really don't know yet, but the main goal, the main plan, is to kind of eventually do half teaching and half something else, or maybe start my own company, maybe my own school or something in future, but that's a way off yet. So for the time being, I'm going to be teaching English. Yeah, I can't. So like, yeah, Mike Osborne is weird. But yeah, like Iniesta and Podolski are going to be playing in Kobe next year. Sajali, hey big man, yo, how you doing? You alright? Never asked what company I'm with. I never talk about it on social media. Part of my contract, I can't really talk about company at all. But it's one at Big Three Ekaiwas. If you check my Instagram stories, you probably can work out which school I work at. Thought about freelance. Um, yeah, but I need a company to sponsor my visa. So when I applied for my visa this year, I made a video about applying for my visa. I wanted to get a 3 year or 5 year visa, and if I'd done that, I could have worked part time in freelance jobs and made my own schedule and been much happier. But I only got 12 months, which means 12 months time I need somebody else to sponsor my visa. So, you know, I don't have any games consoles. Marry a girl and get a spouse visa, that's not going to work because she's Brazilian, so she's also on like a weird visa. I'm not working for Amity, no. I can tell you I'm not working for Amity. But yeah, that's how that does. Uh, he plays Pokemon Go every day. Yeah, I play Pokemon Go every day. If you stayed in England, what do you think you'd be doing? For example, work. So probably be sat in my room getting stoned again. Like to be honest, I used to be a big pothead when I were in England. In a weird way. Um, Everyone makes mistakes, don't they? Is it true foreigners can buy Japanese land? I don't know. I'm too poor to even look into that. So if I was still in England, I'd be probably. Um, if I were still living in England, I'd probably be just working in a call center. Have you been to a love hotel? Not yet. Devil's lettuce. um, yeah. So basically, that's like. Would you rather be able to? Oh, I missed that. Playing Dominican Blessing. Yeah, if you're rich enough, you can do whatever you want. Uh, it exists, but it's not worth messing about. Johnny Japan went to a love hotel recently. I'll DM you about that because that sounds cool. Playing Castle. So um, this comes up all the time about like 420. It exists. Everything exists everywhere in the world if you want to look for it, but it's not worth the hassle. Like laws here are super strict, and it just I am bothered at all since I come here. I was like, nah, it's not worth it. Like instant deportation and stuff. It's just not worth it. Like, do you know abroad in Japan? I know of abroad in Japan. Um, yeah. So prostitution is legal here in New Zealand. Is it in Japan? No, but it happens all the time, from what I understand. Um, I live. There's a lot of things called snack bars, which are kind of like shady middle ground. So they don't sell snacks, which I'm a bit disappointed about. So, but you know, they'll move into New Zealand to go to Brazos. Just, alright, cool. How long we got left? Right, another couple of minutes. How much money do you need to come to survive in the first few weeks when moving? Okay, so I came to Japan. In English, I'd got about just shy of 1,800 quid, and that were enough to get through 5 weeks, but it weren't good. Can you still get endos over there? You probably can, but I haven't seen it. I've seen like Liam Perrins, which is gross. But I went to an English pub the other day with Eddie Chan, and they got sausages. I missed sausages. Collab with a bunch of mate. That guy is massive. He's never gonna collab with me. You're gonna climb Mount Fuji, mate? I don't even like to climb stairs, let alone Mount Fuji. um, but yeah, I like abroad in Japan. I think he's a funny guy. Like I used to watch him when I was in England, and maybe he's one of the reasons I started making videos in the first place. I was like, oh, you can do it. So if you choose to eat ramen or chip butties from Anza Chippy for a week, what should you choose? I don't know because I fucking love ramen. Oh, mate. Like, Phil, this is going to sound daft, but I'm not as mad for a chip butty as I used to be. Honestly. Like, I'll take ramen, I reckon. Ramen's sick. But I do like chip oil every now and then. Cousin lives in Answorth. Sorry for your loss. Answorth chip is next level, though. Mate, I actually want a chip butty now. So bailing, you know Ali G, right? In chat, there's a guy called Pig Blaster 9000. That's my brother, and he lives in Staines, which is where Ali G's from. Chipotle in Japan. Oh, Ale Silver's like, They're not saying chipotle, they're saying chip oil, which is Yorkshire for chip hole, which is a fish and chip shop. So I didn't diss Staines, I was saying that's where LAG's from. Booyakasha! This stream went nothing like I thought it was going to. Chip oil tea. You once mentioned to me music in Japan using guitar. I haven't actually got the guitar imported yet. I've just been lazy. It's all packed up at home, ready to go. Honestly, like, biggest problem is, like I was saying earlier in the video, is work-life balance, and I ain't got time to make music as much as I want to. So hopefully I can find a different job and kind of going, what are you going to do if there's a tsunami? Run away. I've got to cut down on strongs. I like by accident minutes, so I can't drink strongs. But I do like a strong Vanoise. Every now and then I do fancy it Vanoise. Smiley faces or ramen. Ramen, like, sorry to disappoint you, but ramen's sick. And I don't even eat that much ramen, but ramen's sick. Consider becoming an ALT. I quite like the idea of being an ALT, but it's all dispatch companies and they're apparently a bit shit to work for. So, but honestly, I don't know what's coming next. I'm just gonna search and try and find some. Where's find the bronies you're looking for? Why not ramen? How often do you experience earthquakes? Good question, Frank. So where I am, touch wood, I don't really have that many earthquakes. Like Kobe, Sonomia had a big one quite a while ago. That was a disaster. Like, that was terrible. I think I felt 2 earthquakes since I came here, so I don't know. Was the first time teaching in front of kids scary? Yeah, but I'm used to it now. I teach maybe 13 kids lessons a week, and I just act like an idiot. Like, I figured just be a clown and they'll do it. Are you struggling with your visa? Why don't you get a MasterCard? Shut the fuck up, Phil. 2,500 would take most of the money for rent. Yeah, fair enough. Rent here is about, in this place, it's just like a 1-bedroom kind of apartment. It's about 50,000 yen, which in English is about 300 quid. It's not terrible. It's not as bad. It is what it is. So yeah, right. Last minute comments. Any more questions? And then we're gonna wrap it up. Of course, radio silence. Oh, my tooth is wrecking, man. What do you do in your free time? I make YouTube videos. Have you got the chalice? No, it's just the way my underpants have rocked up. How much of the lessons the school responsible for? I work in an Eikaiwa. We just use a textbook and I don't really have to do much planning. Phil won the stream. Actually, I'm listening while I'm fucking around a wrestling game. Nice. Big up. I'll follow. Can you dig it? Sucker! Oh, yes, I can, depending on which one you want to do. Keep making videos and watching. Cheers, Saj. I appreciate that, dude. Yeah, nice. So, that basically concludes this clusterfuck of a live stream. Main reason I made a live stream today is that I didn't have a video prepared. I do play my guitar. I've got an acoustic guitar in cupboard that I sometimes play about with Sean. But, you know, what can I do? Sid went first one here, by the way, just in case anyone thought about it. So, anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everyone. At this point, I usually plug, you know, what's it called? Patreon. So, patreon.com/JaDan. And if you want to get involved and look at that kind of thing. Damn it, Kyle! Mate, that's 70 bucks you've given me. What are you doing? Hey, you could have bought a lot of rockers for that. PR Denny's, bish. So, yeah, thanks a lot, everyone. Made me day. On my Instagram, by the way. My social media for everything is JaDan. You should play a few chords for the community one of these days, Dan. Hang on, Paul. Oh, that sounds rough. I'm not left, it's just mirrored. Camera's mirrored. So, chord at day today can be E minor. Your Leo Palace neighbors, I love you. I don't give a shit. So, yeah. Thank you very much, everyone. Don't know why I've got my guitar out, but yeah. Nice one. Cheers for watching, everyone. And as always, until next time. Nice one. Thanks a lot, everyone. I appreciate it. I don't even know how to end this. Which button do I press? Oh, there's an X. See you later, everyone. Thanks a lot. Jamata. Yeah.